This is Next Steps for Seniors with your host, Wendy Jones. Each week, Wendy brings resources and information to help guide you through those next steps with elderly parents and loved ones. If you have questions or topic suggestions, you can call us at 248-651-5010.
Hello and welcome to Next Steps for Seniors, Conversations on Aging. We are here today talking about dementia. But I've got to tell you, as we're talking about the sweet residents and seniors that have dementia, we want to flip gears for a second and talk about those sweet seniors that are caring for those other seniors or a caregiver. It could be a daughter, a son, any caregiver. And I've got Erica Ancel in the studio with me today. So blessed to have you, Erica. You are a wealth of knowledge. She has her CDP, Certified Dementia Practitioner, and she's on our team here at Next Steps. So thanks for being with us, Erica.
Thanks for having me, Wendy.
Absolutely.
I think one of the most important things that we have talked about recently is caregiver stress and how exhausting it can be being a caregiver, whether you're the spouse of somebody living with dementia, you're the spouse of somebody who is ill, and if you're the adult child or the person taking care of somebody. And just talking a little bit about some of these caregiver reminders, I think is so important. You know, sundowning is exhausting. It's exhausting for the individual who's experiencing it, but it is absolutely heartbreaking and exhausting for the caregiver who is also experiencing it on the different side. You know, looking through that mirror and watching your loved one struggle so hard is mentally and physically exhausting for yourself. It's emotionally exhausting. So remembering to take a break. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to call dad's friends and say, Dad's been having some really hard times between 5 and 6 p.m. Do you guys mind coming over at 4 o'clock and spending a couple of hours with him? And let's see if that kind of breaks his day up.
Why does everybody feel like they're a burden? I hear the word burden all the time.
You know, I think that this comes down to the stigma of we don't talk about getting older. It's so taboo to talk about getting older.
Oh, but we do on this program.
We talk about, that's all we do on this program, which is fantastic. And we're helping break that stigma. But, you know, they heard that from their parents and from their grandparents. I don't want to be a burden on you. But more often than not, that was a loaded question.
And you know what's interesting? Everyone who smiles when you ask them, hey, how are you today? And they just smile and nod. They're like, oh, I'm good. I'm fine. And they're not fine. Mm-mm. But it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, transparency is key. And that is so important why Conversations on Aging is here, right?
Exactly.
We talk about transparency, we talk about the hard things, and we talk about things like caregiver stress and how we're able to help stave off a little bit of that for themselves. But also your stress often is related into somebody else's sundowning because you can cause that too. Your upsetness, you being upset.
It transfers.
I believe it. We are pack individuals. We as humans, we have families for a reason. We raise our young for a very long time. And our extended family, we often are with. So remembering that your stress transfers that person you're taking care of. And it's okay to call Cousin Sally or Uncle Tom and say, hey, I need your help. It's okay.
I had a client that her husband had Alzheimer's disease. Actually, it was Lewy body dementia. And the first thing she did when he was diagnosed is called everybody she knew, every single person, friends, family, pastors. They called everybody and said, I just want you to know he just got diagnosed. I'd like to set up a schedule so you can come in every Tuesday or every Wednesday or every Thursday. They had a rotating family member, friend, someone who loved this sweet man every day of the week, and he loved it.
Absolutely.
Loved it.
And you know what that part of the love language is we often, when we talk in love languages,
quality time, right?
Quality time is super important. We have to make sure that we protect the integrity of quality of time, right? Because sometimes we're doing acts of service and we think that they're quality time, but they're acts of service. So doing things with purpose, not just going to do something to check mark, but going to play cards. That's quality time. Acts of service, dishes, laundry, washing the floor. That is not quality time with your loved one. those are things that you have to do. Those are chores.
And what she created was an opportunity for her to have a break because she knew it was going to get rough.
Absolutely. And the one thing that I bet that she will remember and still remembers is that the behaviors, the aggression, the anxiety is the disease. It's not the person.
That's
that
right.
person is still there. It just has to come out at some point. They can't keep everything internalized.
Well, and one thing about Lewy body is it's very up and down. In the same week, you could have 3 great days and 4 horrible days. And then the next week you have 6 great days and 2 horrible. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to get.
No.
And that's the hardest part for the caregiver.
Absolutely. You have to expect the unexpected and hope for the best.
So what kinds of things do you recommend for caregivers?
Getting outside and taking a walk. Hydration, like we already talked about earlier.
So seniors and caregivers, everyone needs hydration.
Absolutely. But little things like go to the grocery store, don't order the groceries in. You have to go out and see people and touch grass.
I like this.
Another important thing is go get the haircut. Stop putting your appointments last.
Stop putting everything last that's about you. Really.
You are number one. The person you're taking care of is number 2. It may not always seem that way. You may put them in that number 1 spot, but we don't want the caregiver getting sicker than the person that they're taking care of. It happens time and time again. So, a couple things just to remember is taking care of ourselves. Go get the haircut. Go get your hair dyed. Go to the grocery store and pick up that box of macaroni and cheese. Don't order it from Meyer Delivery. Don't order it from any Instacart or whoever that may be that you do your grocery delivery service from. Go pick out your own produce. It's so important to have that weight in your own hands, not only for satisfaction, but knowing that you did something for you today.
Yeah, it's important. I would say respite care is one of my favorite things to talk to caregivers about. In order to be better and do better, we need to have a break.
Mm-hmm.
And like Erica said, even if it's the grocery store, of course, I would prefer it to be like yoga or a walk or something mentally that changes everything. But you know what? We'll take whatever we can get. You take little tiny moments.
But you know what? Some people love the grocery store, Wendy.
I know, not me.
Me neither. I don't love the grocery store either.
Grocery shopping.
But just getting out and doing something that serves you, whether that's feeding you, whether that's exercising, getting your hair done, or taking your own nap. Get out and do those things for you.
I hope you take your own nap. You're so cute. It's exactly 100% true, though. We need to have these opportunities to step outside of the situation, and it gives you perspective.
Absolutely.
Is there any other takeaways that you have for our listeners today?
I think that the best takeaways that I can say are things that we've already said. Expect something to go wrong. Prepare for it. Don't take things personally. It's so hard to not internalize when somebody's yelling at us because they're frustrated.
It's not you.
But remember, the behavior is the disease. It is not the person. It's a really tough nut to really talk about and think about, but it's the disease. It's not the person. Your loved one is still that person.
So 3 things to remember. Expect it. I like that. Prepare for it and don't take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
Dementia may change routines, memories, and behaviors, but it never changes the need to feel safe, loved, and understood. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give isn't an answer. It's a calm presence.
Sometimes the best answer is no answer. Sometimes it's sitting there in the silence.
Absolutely. This is an opportunity, listeners, really just to wrap your arms around the situation. We do not need to be fearful as we age. And we don't know what's coming our way. But you know what? When you're walking through this journey and you have a belief in God and you know that you can get through it, his word says, abide in me and I'll abide in you. He is there for us to strengthen us through this time. It is overwhelming, but call on friends. Call on family. You can be surrounded by loved ones and go through this completely different than going through it alone. Thanks for tuning in to Next Steps for Seniors, conversations on aging. Any last minute tips or points you want to share, Erica? You shared so much great information.
Just love your family. Just love your loved ones.
Amen. You're on the journey together.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this together, right? Let's just
Absolutely.
make the best of it. I just keep going back to you can remunerate and make it miserable and be horrible and just really not do a great job at it, or you can choose to look at the bright side of things. So I just want to encourage you, take a deep breath and look at the good stuff. Thanks for tuning in.